I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch,
This is getting out of hand.
Smaller than that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do.
My sound is straight.
You a badass bitch. That don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. They shooting in the parking lot. Everybody get low. They shooting in the parking lot. They ain't where you wanna go. Now stand by, soldier. Stand by, soldier. Let the fucking ass like I told you. Stand by, soldier. Stand by, soldier. Let the work like a fucking ass like I told you.
All right. Shout outs to K. Michelle Reed. Thanks for the ad. We are up. Let's get this up here. Hold on. Yeah. All right. Let me reply to this text. Hold on. Alright. You know what? Well, I could just hold on. I'm so used to Facebook Messenger on my phone, I be forgetting that I could do it on the whatchamacallit. Alright. So, where were we? I just want to make sure my sound is good because my sound tweaked out on me last episode when I was talking about Papoose and Remy. Okay, it sounds good. All right, great. Yeah, my sound was tweaking out on me, and so I wanted to make sure. But hey, everyone, how's your Monday? Shout out to Matt Mojo and Exclusive Executive Suite. Shout out to Ashley and my brother. Welcome. What's up? What's up with the... My soundboard is tweaking. Hold on. I ain't even gonna stress it. Well, there we go. It's just lagging a little bit. Other than that, I want to thank each and every last one of you for tuning into this multi-million-dollar stream. I am your host, Kev Prosper, the owner and founder of Prosperity U LLC. You know what? All right, let me close the Facebook. I tried to get cute and use Facebook on the desktop, but I realized how much it's lagging me. So, hold on now. Yes, so let me start from the top. Welcome everyone, welcome to this multi-million-dollar stream. I'm your host Kev Prosper, the owner and founder of Prosperity U LLC. You are tuned into Love and Money, the podcast of Prosperity U LLC. Thank you for contributing to the Cash App above at $Prosperity U LLC. Thank you for visiting this website below at prosperunlimited.com. Thank you for liking, subscribing, following, and sharing. Remember, we do this every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And remember to invest in the brand Prosperity ULLC. Build wealth, travel boldly, live royally. That's right, boys and girls. So we got a fun-filled, action-packed show this evening, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready? Huh? Let's do this, man. Let's do this. All right. So today's topic. I bet y'all wasn't ready for it. I bet y'all wasn't ready. Y'all seen it? Yo, my homeboy from high school posted this on my timeline, and it was the first thing that popped up in my phone. The way I hollered, yo. The way I hollered. Ridiculous. I mean, we seen it coming. I touched on it before. I want to touch on it again. I don't even remember the talking points I made. I probably said the same things that everybody else said. Like, come on. But that's neither here nor there or over there or over here. I want to focus on the I want to focus on the hypothetical. What if Travis Hunter actually had the balls? And I say the balls. You see what I'm saying? The fellas know what I mean when I say the balls. Pause. The fellas understand me. I know the fellas understand me because I think most, unless you've actually been there, I don't think most dudes really understand the pressure they put on a woman when they like okay, I ain't gonna say the pressure. When your relationship is set up a certain way, when you've allowed a particular culture within your relationship where, yes, honey, whatever you say, honey, or, you know, what most men would call today a simp, right? When you've allowed that kind of culture in your relationship, presenting a prenup is a whole record scratch. It's just like no. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like no, heavens no. Like, we not doing this. Like, what a prenup? What you want a prenup for? You know what I'm saying? And sort of like in the same way, I believe that there should be mandatory paternity tests upon childbirth before the father signs anything. There should be a mandatory paternity test. You know what I'm saying? I believe that. I strongly believe in that. And, you know, most people, everyone I tell this to, they tell me I'm bugging. They tell me I'm out of my mind. But once again, when you establish a particular culture in your relationship, hold on. Hold on, let me reply to this text. Yeah. When you allowed a particular culture in your relationship, presenting a prenup is kind of like you making a U-turn. It's like, yo, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? You want a prenup now? I thought we were madly in love, right? And because the thing is, relationships evolve in stages. Women, they ebb and flow, whereas men, they either just incline or decline. You know what I mean? 1 minute she's up, 1 minute she's down, 1 minute she loves you, 1 minute she hates you, 1 minute she wants this relationship to go to the next level, and then the next minute she wants some new dick. let's keep it a bean. So yeah. And so when a man is trying to incline the relationship, so to speak, you know what I'm saying, and try to officiate it to the government, to his local government, and claim her as an claim their relationship as an item, you know, a prenup puts a lot of stipulation. You know what I'm saying? It's a prenup sends a message to a woman saying like you don't trust me. That's really what it says. It says a prenup tells a woman you don't trust me. It tells a woman that you're planning for the divorce. Well, you should plan for divorce. Like, you really should. If you want to be realistic, if you want to be pragmatic and practical, you should plan for a divorce. Because you don't want to be approaching a divorce and be asked out, right? Duh, right? And so, yeah, you don't want to be asked out. So it is a form of protection. It protects the both of you. Like, a lot of people don't really understand it. They think it's just for rich people. Stupid. Smack yourself. But the thing about it is, it protects the both of you, but it sends messages to the woman, because up until that point, she's been on cloud nine. Now, you see, the thing is, in a dating relationship, in a romantic relationship, a woman is mentally ahead of that man. You know what I'm saying? People make the argument, oh, women are more mature. Let me get comfortable. People make the argument that women are more mature, and it's not the case. When you talk about maturity between boys and girls, now, granted, okay, let's think about this. If I was being sexually approached from an elementary school age, naturally I would be more mature than my gender counterpart. You know what I mean? As a young boy, if I'm being sexually approached by the opposite sex at elementary school age, before my gender counterparts are being approached, you know, or even thought of, little boys aren't even thought of until they're like 15 or 16, right? And I'm in elementary school being approached and being bombarded and being assaulted. You know what I'm saying? With advances and approaches for you know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. If I'm being exposed that early, naturally I'm going to be more mature in a way. In a way I'd be more mature. And in all actuality, you're not more mature. You're just more exposed. And so you have to mature. You're forced to mature in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately there is no difference in maturity. It's just you just navigate life differently. Boys and girls navigate life differently. There's things about men that women that most women go to their grave and never really understand. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. So yeah, you have to respect the dichotomy of gender, right? And then, so you know, little girls they fantasize about relationships and marriage since they're little girls, right? So by the time she meets you in the produce aisle, she's already married you. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to see where this goes, right? You're dating the right way. Meanwhile, she's already married you. She's 10 steps ahead of you. By the time you make her your girlfriend, she's shopping for the wedding dress. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. Why is my soundboard lagging, y'all? Hold on. It's pissing me off. But yeah, she's already 10 steps ahead of you. You know what I mean? There we go. Yeah, so yeah, by the time you get to the altar, you know what I'm saying, she's planning retirement. You know, like you know, she's doing all those things in her mind. So when you get engaged and you're talking about it, you get engaged and you're talking about a prenup, it throws her off guard. Now, shout out to Coach Greg Adams. He's been saying it for the longest. Men are in love, women are in business, and I say that in my book, Leave the Fairy Tale. Not this book right here. This is the Ratchet-OLOGY. I actually should put it up. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna switch this up. Where's my book at? Let me find my book. I say that in my book, Leave the Fairy Tales Up to Disney, The Reality of Dating. That, you know, men marry for love, and women marry for security, and you know, women marry for security and stability. You know what I mean? Where's my book? Prosperity Living. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. The Bard Society. It's so entrenched in all of these files and folders. Yeah. There it is. And then actually, wow, I didn't realize it was that small. Hold on. Let's blow that up. Yeah. Nice. And let's move it here. Leave the Fairy Tales Up to Disney, The Reality of Dating. Yes, this is my legendary book. Everybody go ahead and go get that book. That book will change your life. I guarantee it. I wrote it in 2011. I finished the final edition in 2011, and it's still relevant to this day. Don't sleep on me. Don't sleep on me. All right, don't sleep on me. But so yeah, you know, men marry for love, women marry for security and stability. Well, you could pretty much compile that into one word, into just security. But yeah, and so when you've been in love all this time, you've been in love. Yes, dear. Yes, honey. Love you so much. You're so beautiful. Yeah. Right? You've been so in love, right? And then you get engaged, and now you start talking about a prenup. It's like, whoa. She's like, where did this come from? And you can't blame her, really. You can't blame her. All of this while you've been showing her lovey-dovey, mushy-gushy. You know what I'm saying? Mwah, mwah, right? You've been showing her that all this time, and now you come up, and now you throw some paperwork in her face. You know what I'm saying? And now you're telling her that you don't trust her, and you're telling her that you're planning for a divorce. You know what I'm saying? You're expecting your marriage to fail before it even starts. Like, what are you doing? Oh my God! But that's not the case. You have when you take off the rose-colored glasses and the lovey-dovey and the mushy-gushy, and you look at the landscape. Just as easy as it is for you to file I'm speaking to the women. Just as easy as it is for you to file for divorce is as easy it is for him. And you know, the statistics don't lie, the numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? It's a 50% divorce rate. You know what I'm saying? Just about any statistic you could think of, it's damn near 50%. I could care less. I don't care. Whatever. Take it to the bank. It's a damn near 50% divorce rate, no matter which way you spin it, look at it, twist it, or turn it. 50% divorce rate in America. I've been saying it for the longest. The legal system, the court system, makes more money off of family court than it does off of crime. Like, it's a way bigger cash cow. And you gotta respect it. You gotta respect the hustle. You know what I mean? And so you just gotta be realistic about your relationship as strong as and nothing can come in between us. Yeah. Right? I love her so much. We love each other so much. Yeah. Right? As much as you think that you're in love, you know what I'm saying? You can't determine what your relationship is going to look like 10, 20, 5 years down the road, let alone 3. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be realistic. You know what I mean? Like you may have never been in an accident, but you still have car insurance, don't you? Let's keep it a bean. So you got to be realistic. And yeah, like I said, the court system makes too much money. And think about anything that is lucrative is incentivized, right? Think about it. Look at hip hop. Gangster rap blew up and it became lucrative, right? And so what did they do? Corporations and companies started throwing major dollars at gangster rappers to promote gangster rap. Only to the detriment of society, and not even society, really, the black community, because there's the black community that bought into that shit hook, line, and sinker. Because Lil Timmy was listening to Snoop Dogg back in the day, but Lil Timmy went to college and got a career for himself. Lil Timmy wasn't busting his gat, right? You know what I'm saying? But that's another conversation. So yeah, when your every relationship has its own culture. And most guys, because naturally men date for love, you know what I mean? Presenting a prenup to a woman is kind of off-putting, naturally off-putting. So this is why. So I say all of that to say this is why you have to have the balls to present a prenup. You see what I'm saying? This is why you have to have the balls for it. Most men are not built to look their woman in the face that they love so much. They're not built to look her in the face and present something to her, justifiably present something to her. That relationship, honestly, let's be real. It'll ruin your relationship with her. It may not ruin you. You may have a fully concise, crystal clear, fully understandable perspective on what marriage is, the business of marriage, and the legal institution of marriage, and prenuptial agreements and divorce settlements and so on and so forth. You may be a whole attorney. And you still don't have the stomach, the gall, the chutzpah. You know what I'm saying? To look your woman in the eye and slide that paperwork over to her and hand her the pen. You don't have even some lawyers don't have that in them. So what make you think? Little buddy, little Duval over here. What make you think? Hold on. Sir Duval right here got them kind of balls. What make you think he got them balls? Right? Woo! You don't know what you asking a man to do, and I've seen it. I hate to use it. I'm gonna put him on blast. I hate to use it as an example, but I'm very, very proud of him. It's none of y'all's business, but I'm very proud of the boy. But my son recently got married. You know what I'm saying? He recently got married, and before he got married, I had the conversation. I had several conversations with him. You know what I'm saying, about getting the business that he's getting into. You know what I'm saying? I understand how much he loved a girl, and how much they love each other, and so on and so forth. But she's still a woman. You know what I'm saying? She still has that default programming in her. You know what I'm saying? And with the legal system that's incentivizing, family court or family breakups, pretty much. That's what the legal system incentivizes. Being as that it's so lucrative. I tried to get him to understand. I talked till I was blue in the face, as they say. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and of course, once again, same scenario. Young, nose wide open. So run down the list. Head over heels. You know what I'm saying? Can't tell him nothing. Right. And so yeah, but when I explained to him the reality of divorce in America, right, and the mentality of the modern day Western American woman, right, and I broke all of that down, and I let him know, I explained to him that the same couples that walked into that building to get married are the same couples that walked into that building to get divorced, right? You know what I'm saying? And the ones that didn't, some of the ones that didn't, they're just not there yet. You know what I mean? Like, it's that bad. It can be that bad? You know what I mean? But also I helped him. I tried to explain to him what is your motivation for getting married, and or like I said, tonight we talking about the hypotheticals, right? If you were to present the prenup to her, what would your relationship look like? And can you live with it? And can you handle it? And I had this conversation, and then the last conversation I had with him about it was with me and his mother. And me and his mother have our own story. You know what I mean? And it pretty much, me being me, I kind of drilled it home and beat him in the head a little bit. So I ain't gonna lie, I did. But that's the seriousness of it. I had to let him know I had to let his young mind, fully developing 20-something, early 19-20-something-year-old mind understand the gravity of the brevity of what he's getting himself into. I had to drill him. You know what I mean? And so the thought of, you're afraid of presenting the prenup because you're afraid of losing her. So you're with her. You're marrying her. You're marrying her out of fear. Ultimately, that's what you're telling me, right? So you're making a fear-based decision. If that's the input, what do you expect the output to be, right? You have the rest of your lives to be together. You may want to get married, but you don't have to get married. And that's what a lot of young men don't really understand. That's what no one ever told me. Like, come on. And I think most men don't really know that or understand that. You don't have to get married. You just want to get married. And you have the rest of your lives to be together. Even if you could set a date. Even if you don't get married on that date, you can still be together. There's nothing stopping you from being together. Like, what the fuck? But tell that to a woman. There you go. Tell that to a woman. You see what I'm saying? It don't go well. And this is simply because a woman has, when she's like I said, the man establishes the culture of the relationship. Yes, honey, whatever you say, dear. Right? When the man establishes that culture, now this woman has, now she can set the movie footage in her head. She can set it in motion now. She can press play on the movie in her mind. Every woman has a movie in her mind. You know what I'm saying? And how things are supposed to be. This is why women go through so much depression, because they have so many I wouldn't say lofty expectations, but they have so many unwarranted expectations, I should say. Where they expect this to be a certain way and they expect that to be a certain way, and when it don't go the way that they expect, now there's the disappointment, there's the disenchantment. Now they want to dump you and cheat on you and get new dick, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what happens. It is what it is. So yeah, when you establish the culture of the relationship, you set that movie in her mind. And so when you tell her you want to get married, you know what I'm saying, the movie is playing out in her mind now. And then so you come up, you know what I'm saying, you come up with that you pop up with the prenup. It's like, cut. You know what I'm saying? And now she's emotionally turned off now. She's emotionally she's emotionally turned off. Like, you know what I mean? You fucking up her movie. You fucking up the movie in her head. You see what I'm saying? But once again, in reality, you don't have to get married. You can still be together. But what does that do? What does that tell a woman in her mind? She's like, you know what I mean? What's the point of being? In her mind, she's like, what's the point of being with you if we're not married? Right? That's what her mind is. Because once again, there's a movie playing. She has a timeline. You know what I'm saying? Especially if she's still in her childbearing years. Oh, fuck no. No. It's not going it's not going down. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? So, why is my thing? Yeah, it's not happening. So, I'm gonna make sure. Hold on. I did all this talking. I want to make sure my sound is still good. Hold on. I did all this talking. I want to make sure my sound is still good. All right, it sounds good. Yeah. Yeah. So, what was I getting at? So yeah. So when I had that conversation with my son, and I expressed to him the brevity and the seriousness of what he was getting himself into, you know what I'm saying, and how much the possibility that he may not be ready, for what he's getting into, or he may just be making a decision, an unhealthy decision, or a decision he may be making a decision out of an unhealthy motive just because he's afraid of losing her, right? And you know, when you're young, that's natural. You know what I'm saying? I get it. When you know the thought of it all drove him to tears. It drove him to tears. It really did. So just think, that's one person. That's my son. You know what I'm saying? Imagine all these other aspiring newlywed guys out here. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if they had that conversation. Where like they'd be moving furniture. It would be up. You know what I'm saying? It would be up. It would be a madhouse. So, you know, I think you know, he may be, you know, donkey ears with it and tuning everybody out, and you know, stop hating on me and my girl. We've been together. You know what I'm saying? I love her, she loved me. Yeah, that's cool. I get it. But I'm pretty sure there's something whispering in the back of his mind. Whispering. Saying, you know what, they might be right. Yeah, even in his young, naive mind, you know what I'm saying? They might be right. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I should get a prenup, shouldn't I? I got all this money. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, like, I don't think he, as young as he is, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you would think that, you know, once you reach a certain age, you've seen enough tabloids and how divorces go and all these things. But a lot of this younger generation, they do very much live in a bubble. They're not as, you know, cultured and exposed as you may think they are, just because they're raised on the internet. It's very easy to be in a bubble when you're on the internet. The algorithm only feeds you what you wanna get into. If you don't care for nothing else, the algorithm ain't gonna give you nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he may just really, truly, genuinely be that naive, but but I'm pretty sure there's enough seeds planted to where he had to say to himself, like, damn, like, I mean, I want to give her a prenup, but I can't at this point. Like some dudes, that's how heavy the fear is. The fear of losing their woman. The fear that if they present this prenup, the relationship is over. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how heavy the fear is. They feel as though they can't. Like, yeah, they can, of course, right? They can, but they feel like they can't because they see how head over heel. She's not head over heels for you. First of all, like let's see. She's not head over heels. Remember, men marry for love, women marry for security. You know what I'm saying? She's not in love with you. She's in love with the security that you bring. You ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You paying bills. You know what I mean? You talking about future. You know what I'm saying? You investing in this and investing in that. You know what I mean? And you pretty much worship the ground she walk on. She's in love with that. You know what I'm saying? Or she's excited about that. Now she's letting her hair down. She's letting her guard down. You know what I mean? And she's like, she's getting closer and closer to that movie playing out the way that she expected. That's what nobody tells a lot of dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure he dead at, like, if you were to talk, I guarantee if you were to talk to him, remember, you heard it here first. I guarantee if you were to talk to him, he would verbally express that he can't give her a prenup. Yes, he would. I'm pretty sure in his mind, in his psychology, he thinks he can't. At this point, he can't give her a prenup. It's that serious. Because he knows that if he were to do that, it's you see, it's one thing for her to just leave him outright. Oh, you want a prenup? This relationship is over. Oh, hell no. Right? That's one thing. It's worse when you give a prenup and then the relationship just goes sour. That's even more painful. Imagine what going to bed that night. Let's say y'all shacking up, right? And then, you know, y'all leave the dinner table with the prenup still on the table, whether she signed it or not. Even let's say she signs it. Oh God. Let's say she signs it. And you ready for bed? You ready for bed, hun? Sure. Let's go to bed, right? And then you get in the bed and then you try to cuddle with her, and then, like, normally she'll snuggle up and spoon, right? But now she just laying there, right? Or you get in the bed and you don't know the temperature, so you don't know whether you should cuddle up with her or not. So you lay with y'all got y'all backs turned to each other. Y'all not even touching butts. maybe if you got a queen bed, but if you got a king size bed, y'all not touching butts. Right? And then y'all wake up the next morning. You know what I'm saying? You get up to go in the shower. She brushing her teeth, and then the whole time she looking down. She not normally she'd look at you and say, "Hey, good morning, hun." Right? You might be butt ass naked, or you just in your drawers and you on your way to the shower, and she look at you, you look at her and say, "Hey, good morning, hun." "Good morning, babe." Give each other a kiss. Now she just brushing her teeth, looking down. And she may say good morning. She might say good morning. Brushing her teeth. You know what I mean? And it's just an awkward feeling. And then maybe days or maybe weeks down the road, like, so but you don't think this marriage will work? You don't think this marriage is gonna last? Like, what is it? And you like, no, that ain't even it. That ain't you sounding goofy as fuck. It ain't even like that. I'm just saying. I just want to protect our future. Protect what? Protect what? How you protecting the marriage by giving me a prenup? Like, what? So you saying you just gonna leave me? That's what you saying? You see what the psychology is? You see what the psychology is? This is how bad it gets. And this is how bad it could get. You know what I mean? And a young man is playing that. He's playing that movie in his head. And he's letting that roll out in his mind. And he's saying, damn. And this is where he gets to the point in his psychology where his nose is wide open and he's so madly in love, where he's saying, damn, I can't give her a prenup. Like, oh shit. This is what this is the weight that he may feel, because he feels as though he's unwarrantedly, if that's a word, he's unwarrantedly ruining his, like, by his own hand, ruining his own relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he feels. This is what brought my son to tears. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a lot to ask of a man. It's a lot to ask of a man if he's not built for it. If he hasn't set that precedence. If he hasn't set that foundation and established that culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I love you. but this is a business we getting into. This ain't nothing to play with. You feel me? Like we not. This ain't no dog and pony show. Because I guarantee you, once she gets married, that's the type of time that she'll be on. You feel me? This is a business, right? This ain't nothing to play with. We made vows. We have a legal contract. Like she'll throw that in your face. You know, but she'll wait till after she get married to show those true colors. And then years down the line, she got more true colors to show. The true colors that you didn't see when you met her is the true colors she gonna show when y'all get married. You know what I'm saying? She know it ain't even intentional, really. I don't even think most women intentionally hide it. Shout out to A. Marie Events and Design LLC. Welcome. But I don't even think women intentionally hide that, and I think it just being married, like the idea or the concept of being married, or the concept of getting getting a man's validation that you haven't had, that you've been waiting on since you were a little girl. It kind of lets them let their hair down. They let their hair down a lot, and it triggers a relaxation, if you will, if that's a proper word to use. Once they get married, they feel like, you know, because once again the movie is playing in their head now. The cameras are rolling. You know what I'm saying? And so now they feel as though, what am I being cute for? I'm already married. I've achieved the goal, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm gonna tell it like it is. You ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you know what's on my mind. You know what I mean? And this is why a lot of times when down the road when guys get into marriages, you know what I'm saying, they start asking themselves like, yo, who is this? They start asking themselves like, yo, who is this woman? You know what I'm saying? Is this the woman I married? Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? But once again, men incline or decline, and women just go through ebbs and flows. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just think about it biologically. They have a cycle. They go through a cycle monthly. They go through a monthly cycle. It's ebbs and flows. Their estrogen phases and their energy flows with that cycle. You know what I'm saying? Some days they're lively, like, hey, happy Monday, and then the next week they're like, I need a latte. I just can't. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so women go through ebbs and flows, and so this is why when, you know, a lot of times men, they're like, you know what I'm saying, I get up, go to work, go home, fuck my wife, kiss my kids goodnight, get up, go to work. You know what I'm saying? Repeat. Meanwhile, a woman is like, hey, happy Monday, and then the next day she's like, I need a latte. I can't. Right? You know what I'm saying? This is the balance of the relationship. And so, you know, a lot of times, years down the road, men really don't know the woman that they married, and it's simply because she put the whole time she was dating you, she had a representative. She didn't even know she had a representative until she got married, and she realized she could let her hair down because you ain't going nowhere. And now she could show her real true colors. You know what I mean? But yeah. So I got some other just for shits and giggles. Just for shits and giggles, I wanted to get into this next. I wanted to get into this update. So hold on, let me show it to y'all. One second. Hold on. Let me slide that down. Slide that down. And slide that down. Yeah. So I wanted to get into this real quick. Some new update on the whole Papoose and Remy Ma. The whole Papoose and Remy Ma beef. I saw somebody posted on my Facebook said this is the ugliest beef ever. Like, what? Stop! No, I can't. No. So yeah, I think Remy Ma posted this to be funny. You know what I'm saying? To be grimy. Like, listen, she may be a narcissist, but we can't. And you know, she's a battle rapper, so you know a lot of those qualities and traits and characteristics are kind of inherent in her. You know what I'm saying? But like, come on, Remy, you ain't had to do that. You ain't had to do that to the girl. You know what I'm saying? She's good at her craft. She's successful at what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to her. Congrats. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she wanted to keep this under wraps. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? All have sinned and come short. And come short of the glory of God. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I want to thank each and every last one of you guys for tuning in to this multi-million-dollar podcast. I'm your host, Kev Prosper, the owner and founder of Prosperity U LLC. You are tuned into Prosperity U LLC. You are tuned into Love and Money, the podcast of Prosperity U LLC. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for contributing to the Cash App above at $ Prosperity U LLC. Thank you for visiting the website below at prosperunlimited.com. Thank you for liking, subscribing, following, and sharing. Remember, we do this every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And remember to invest in the brand Prosperity U LLC. Build wealth, travel boldly, live royally. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Be sure to shop Amazon with Prosperity U LLC. Link in the description.
These are all of my books. My very first book, Lead the Fairy Tales Up to Disney, The Reality of Dating. Haunted Truths, a romance murder mystery set in the heart of Brooklyn during the 1980s, during the height of the crack era. Switch, my romantic comedy. My trilogy, Spirit of the Machine, 1, 2, and 3, sci-fi action thriller. My poem anthology, Red Garden. That is System of the Sun. That's my book on organizational skills. Don't wait till I get rich to buy that book. New Shoes. That's my book on self-esteem, on how to love yourself. Ratchetology. Yes, I'm the Ratchetologist. Take my advice. Visit prosperunlimited.com and click travel to book your next vacation.
Do that freaky jam on the beat. Busy with that butter shit, that bone feed. Did you double do that song thing. Flicky with some butter, so that bone thing. If you cheeky cheddar, get her own cheese. And so chicken with that head, or this bitch that won't be with the official with that whole sleeve. Let me see you had the wish that with that long.
I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch. If I don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch, I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks.
Be sure to shop Amazon with Prosperity U LLC. Link in the description.
These are all of my books. My very first book, Leave the Fairy Tales Up to Disney, The Reality of Dating. Haunted Truths, a romance murder mystery set in the heart of Brooklyn during the 1980s.